Jason's barn. Jason has got some power again in Illinois, in Ohio this year. We'll start right off the top. Ailsun. Ailsun quietly was very, very good the other night. 57-4 or 3 she trotted. Just got picked off the wire by a very gritty filly of Chris Beavers. And Ailsun, 57 off one line of 2-4. Now, I knew she'd schooled in 2-1, but officially she went from 2-4 to 57. Really talented filly. Really excited to see what she's going to do this week in Ohio. Bend Over raced his guts out twice now. I would like to be able to let his hobbles out, but he's making breaks. I have a little issue with this guy. Him and Crazy Mission are going to find themselves on the sale list. Doesn't mean they're going to be sold, but I have to be fair to everybody, and I think that's probably the smart play here is to put these two on the sale list. Compass Rose DC, 1 start, 1 win. Pretty hard not to be impressed with her. On the front end or by herself is not her forte, and for her to win on the front end the way she did showed her grit. I think you're going to see a much more powerful filly from off the pace on Thursday evening. Crazy Mission, I talked about him. Probably raced the best of anybody the other night. I was really impressed with his tenacity, but he needs to show more. So we'll see what he can do in his upcoming races. Emerald Miss, another filly, was not that impressive. She needs to do more. She needs to do more than she's been doing, and I expect she will this coming Friday evening. I didn't put Excellent Nation on the list of horses that are coming back. I apologize. So we'll mention him in Jason's barn because he was supposed to be there, but he's going to be off 6 to 8 weeks now, which is fine. I think this is going to do this colt a world of good, and I think he's going to be a really nice horse for us this fall. Really excited to see what Excellent Nation's going to look like when he comes back. Globe Trotting, we already know what she looks like. Oh, she's a killer. Globe Trotting is in to go 9-hole on Thursday evening. Oso Pine, wasn't really impressed again with him from the rail. Here's a horse I think when we're done with him Saturday, he's going right to Angie's and going to get a race on a big track. Not sure this colt likes a half-mile track. He gears down in the turns, gears up in the straightaways. He's not the same horse he was last year in a multitude of ways. 1, his attitude. 2, his speed. 3, the way he trots. He almost felt like he didn't need the hobbles the other day. Less powerful, but doesn't need the hobbles. So I think we're gonna take them off him. And I shouldn't say that. Maybe we'll take them off him when he goes out to Illinois. We'll see. I believe that's probably wisest to send him out there for a couple of starts. And the clients that were obviously upset with Oso Pine, and you have every right to be. Most of people have sold their shares. I don't think the cat's let out of the bag and saying that we need to make a change with this guy. And I think after this week, Saturday, he's got about a month before his next grassroots, if I'm not mistaken, Buckeye. And he'd have to make money in the Buckeye. If he's not going to make the final of the Buckeye, why even come back to Ohio? Just race him out there until the meet's done out there at the end of September. So we'll see, but I think you'll see Oso Pine show up on a much bigger surface in Illinois next week. Overdue Mission, Jason said she trained better than anybody this week. She's going to the Cleveland Stump Fair somewhere. Somebody sent me the name and I can't remember it. Anyway, I'm going to drive her in the fair this week. I like the fairs too, so I'm excited to see what's going to happen there. Rose Run Valiant, little shoeing change. I think you'll see a little different Rose Run Valiant next time we race him. Sometimes things happen. Again, shoeing change with him. I think you'll see a different horse when we race him next time also. Sometimes things happen. There'll be no shoeing changes with her. She's been lights out. And 4-1 morning line in Scioto on Thursday. Might be a little hometown bias there with Chris Beaver's horse, but I don't think Chris Beaver's horse can beat this filly. We'll see. We'll see. Old Susiak, Susie K. She's going to be going to the fair with Overdue Mission. I'm going to drive her on Wednesday evening. Yours if you want it. A lot of question marks swirling around this guy. I want to get to the bottom of what the hell is going on with this horse. This is not the same horse we trained down. He looked a little tall, lanky, drawn out the other day. That may be an issue. Maybe he's just not big. Maybe he's going through a growth spurt. Maybe he needs to put some weight on. We will see this week. If his blood comes back good, I want him out in the grass every day. I'll talk to Jason about that this week. West 52nd, and yes was a little flat last night, but had some reason to. Had a little bit of mucus and tiny red stuff in his throat the other day. Jason's got to dry him up, and then West 52nd is going to race next Friday. Those two and Emerald Miss will all race next Friday evening, and I will be the one driving them. So I'll be back in a minute. We get Harry's barn, Kevin's barn, Brandon Bates's barn, Tim Twaddle's barn. I'll be back in just a second.